Hello, boys, girls, guys, gals, ladies, and gentlemen. Welcome back to Uncle Sam and the Limey. It's going to be episode 7. I am here with Clayster.
What is
It's
it?
not the 70Z, it's. What is it, Clay? Tell me.
11:38.
11:38. Okay, I'll
It's
try and
a
remember that.
it's a George Lucas reference. God
Ah,
damn
okay.
it.
God
Okay.
damn it. Uh, yeah, so today we're going to be talking about power and shut up, dude. Come on, I'm trying to say this.
Okay.
We're talking about power and getting big on YouTube.
Boom.
So I think yeah, boom. We're gonna kick off with power. So
Yes, we
do,
are.
do
All
you need
right.
a minute?
Let's
Do you want some time?
power. Talk about it. You can start it.
Okay, so basically, uh, it's sort of people, you notice it. If people someone gets into a position of power, no matter who they are, generally, more often than not, they will become a douchebag, and there will be major douchebaggery and some pretty unfair stuff going on. So it's kind of strange because it's sort of you hear Spider-Man with power comes responsibility and shit like that, and they're not far off. I would say that's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Um, and I think people in a position of power have the responsibility to behave properly. Just because they have power doesn't make them more of a person. In fact, really, it should make them or make people more critical of them.
Yeah.
Say, for example, the president or the prime minister, just because they have that big state of power and they're in office and they are the big man, doesn't mean that they can't be criticized. Doesn't mean that they could be taken down from power if they've done something stupid. Don't you think?
I think the level of scrutiny needs. I mean, I think with certain people in positions, it's they're scrutinized too much, and I think other people aren't scrutinized enough, and there's never really a happy medium. Because if there was, we wouldn't even be talking about this. Like, um, I definitely do agree. Because if someone gains a position of power, that should make you more critical of the job they're doing, or I mean their responsibilities and stuff. And then and I think definitely when you get some sort of power, all of a sudden your moral compass just gets way out of whack. I mean, for some people, not everybody, clearly, but yeah, I don't understand, because I think you just have to make promises to yourself beforehand, and then if it ends up happening, you can just examine yourself and then just make up your mind about what you need to do after that. Because if, I mean, all of a sudden, say if I got into some sort of position of power, and I made a promise, if this is going to start affecting blah 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 blah, and it does, or I become something I didn't want to become, then I'm gonna have to reevaluate what I'm doing, and then just react accordingly. But I don't think everybody has sense in that way, so I don't know. It's just a bit biased of me. Okay, do you hang out on forums and stuff, right?
Um, not a huge amount, but I think I know where you're going to go with this.
Where the top posters or people who've been there for a long time automatically get these unwritten sort of where people just deal with their shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just because you spent 8 years of your life on a forum doesn't mean that you have the right to be an asshole. And that's not necessarily the same thing, but people have granted them this unwritten, unspoken sort of power that it's oh, you can there's these people on this forum I'm on that constantly just are rude to people all the time, and people are oh my God, it's so funny. It's no, they're assholes. And there was some issues and stuff with people getting temporarily banned out of certain sections of the forum, and the forum owner, who I know personally, he posted and he was all right, look, because everybody was no, it's just the way you're perceiving the posts. He was all right, so say someone's walking around the room punching everybody in the face, so should we just be oh no, you're just perceiving that you're getting punched in the face, or should you or actually react and address what's going on? And I think that was a good example, because they were literally incredibly rude all the time, and they had like a cheering section. And they're like, "Oh yeah, it's so funny, blah blah blah," and I don't know. I think with that, like even that's not even necessarily power, but like just because people give a certain amount of like praise to someone, they like it feeds their ego. Like everything relies on the on your ego, and it depends on how you react to things. So like, if I ended up being a YouTube partner or something, like tomorrow, and all of a sudden I was acting like a douchebag to people, then it's like, come on. Is what I'm saying make sense? I feel like that's
Yeah, it
it.
makes
Okay.
sense. Sorry, I've been quiet for a while.
You have. I felt weird.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's very much like, I suppose you don't really play on servers that much, but if I'm playing on a server, you get the admins, and
Hmm.
sometimes they're really cool guys, but a lot of the time, it's the, oh, you said your mum to me, I'm gonna ban you permanently. No,
Yeah.
it's people abusing the fact that they've been given responsibility and
Yeah.
power with the responsibility. It's like, um, what's it like? Tell me, Clay. Tell me what's it like.
Was this too? Was like I just when you asked me that, I in my head I said Pop Tarts, and that's not that's
That's
not a
not what
real.
it's like. No.
Like I don't know why I thought about that, but yeah. I remember playing on servers anyway, and it was the same thing. Like people would be like, "Oh, excuse me, did you?" 'Cause that's not how it rolls around here. So I'm gonna go ahead and ban you because you called someone a fag or something. So, I mean, I don't know. I've gotten that
Yeah.
before when I used to PC game. Um, but God, what is that like? Fuck. I don't know. Whatever. It's not like Pop Tarts. So
No, it's
just
not like Pop.
not at all. Not at
But
all.
it's like I'm all for the enforcement of rules.
Yeah.
It just shows that people that this is like a no shit place.
Yeah.
It's like if you hit someone, you're gonna get done for assault. That there's no sort of hidden thing behind that. Whereas if you go into a place and sort of these are the rules, but you know what, the people we like can disobey that and stuff like that.
That's
That's not cool.
that's horse shit.
I mean, I was a moderator very briefly on a server when I back in my COD 4 days,
Hmm.
like a boss, and and people used to hate me because I would enforce the rules. You called some guy a bastard, and you started getting really irate about it. Well, you know what? You shouldn't be playing the game if you're getting irate. You know, why don't you take
Yeah.
half an hour off this server to cool down a bit? Maybe you want to play on a different server.
Yeah.
Because if you have a problem with that, then you can't do that. And then people in positions of power become irrational as well. The arguments they make to enforce what they're saying become completely illogical
Yep.
and don't make any sense. It's like if someone's trying to enforce the rules, like, yeah, but you're wearing the wrong kind of shoes. We're not talking about walking on the grass. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't wear those types of shoes in here. It's like, why not? It's like, we've got a marble floor. Marble floor's gonna get it's not gonna get marked for shit if you're wearing a pair of trainers. I mean, I can understand if you go into like a posh hotel. I mean, have you heard of the Ritz in London?
Hmm.
Yeah, there's sort of an unspoken dress code if you want to go in there. It's like you need to be well dressed, you need to carry yourself properly, but that's expected of somewhere high end. But
Yeah.
if it's power just pisses me off really. I think people with power who abuse it need to be taken out completely, uh, not out of the picture. Just they need to be evaluated,
Yeah.
not by other people with power. They need to be
No.
evaluated by people with the least amount of power, who get
Yeah.
affected most by their decisions.
It makes perfect sense. Yeah. No, I gotcha. I definitely gotcha. And that's uh, equally like with people with power and then like just stupid people. So if you have stupid people in power, like arguing over things, like bringing up things that aren't related happens all the time. Like I remember I would be in senior year debating with someone and to try to win, they would just get louder than me. I'm like, that's not helping you. Now you just look stupid and loud. Like you're not, this isn't not
Now,
accomplishing anything.
now everyone can hear your stupidity.
Yeah.
Great, even at the back. The people at the back there, now they know you're stupid.
So, um, yeah, I don't know. I just power makes me angry. And like when people give themselves, when they just become pompous about shit because they know certain information or they think they know certain information, like that's not even like it's all related. They all act the same way. It's just like different circumstances that they act that way. Because you can get someone who's not in any sort of position of power and they'll still be pompous. Well, I don't know how or why, I don't know, but they are. Like, I mean, like, and it just depends on how it's done. Like, I've known someone who would like correct me about shit that I knew they were wrong sometimes, and I was just like whatever, and like they didn't have any real backing, and whereas like literally the person with like almost the exact same personality, he was in college for quite a while, and so I was like, well, I could see where you're coming from, but you're still wrong. Like you're still a dick. It just doesn't like you just have an education to try to back up your shit. Like it doesn't matter. So I mean, people are assholes, and they're I mean like I don't know. Just people. A lot of people are assholes, Raph. I don't know what to tell you. I can't. I can't help you
I
through this.
know it kind of
Just
it irritates me to know how ignorant people are as well, how close-minded.
yeah,
I mean, I talked about it in one of the videos I just put up today. How people see that I've got a YouTube channel and they label me as this big nerd, and they're right, but not the kind of nerd they're thinking of. I
yeah.
mean,
The one that
I'm not
talks.
I'm not just a nerd. I mean, I go to the snowdome and I snowboard, and all these things. There are so many different aspects to people
Yeah,
that really pinning them down on one thing and fighting someone with one argument is the worst way to do things.
yeah. I
Um,
do agree.
shall we move on?
Yeah, let's go through it, man. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
So from a pretty annoying topic to a much nicer one, but still a pretty big problem. So getting
Yeah.
big on YouTube. Um, I got a few things noted down.
Okay.
Have you got anything you want to say before I go through my
No.
list?
No, go ahead and go through your list, and I'll probably
Okay,
just be able
so
to add.
some of the things that I've quickly jotted down when I'm talking to Clay about sort of being big on YouTube is, or getting big, being noticed, is your internet connection.
Yep.
That actually that's one of the least important things out of all the things you need to do.
Yeah.
So as a person, and as your videos, they need to be well edited. They need to be of the right time length. You need to be likable. People need to like you. You need to have your quirkiness. Um, you need to, yeah, pretty much. You need to have the personality where someone wants to watch your video. They want to hear what you've got to say, or they want to see what you're going to do, and you want them to keep coming back to see the next video because they enjoy it. People
Yeah.
need to enjoy what you're doing, and that's pretty much it. The things that help with that is getting it noticed, like uploading for time zones. I mean, the way I upload just happens to coincide with sort of like the US time zone for pretty much 4 in the afternoon to sort of 7 in the evening. So that's a really good time to aim for. Wherever you want, if you're particularly aiming for a content or whatever, just make sure your uploads are aimed for that sort of time, because sort of it might get 1 or 2 more views, but those people can help. Um, you want to try to appeal to both guys and girls with your videos, so it's sort of something that you box yourself in if you do gameplay videos like I do. You limit yourself pretty much to the guys. There are a few exceptions. There are some very cool girls who play video games and watch these kinds of videos, but the majority vastly weighs heavily on the male side. And everyone's like 14 as well, so they don't know what they're talking about. Slip that in.
It's incredibly true. Um, I don't know. I never paid attention to the time zone stuff as we already spoke about. Like I know I should have, because I mean everybody who releases videos that are talking about helping you on YouTube, they're like, make sure you upload around this time. It's like I don't even know when that is, dude. So I'm just gonna not do that. And I could Google it, but I didn't want to. What else? Yeah, I mean, so no, that's a good point. I mean, having a diverse audience, I think, is good. As we were talking about our ratios from men and women, no big deal. 27% women. They watch my videos. Not a big deal. Just means Means ladies like
Whoa,
me.
whoa, 27% potential women.
Yeah,
Because
that's
a
true.
lot of guys here on YouTube
Pretend. No, I know. I
pretend
know. Yeah,
masquerade.
that's okay though. That's okay because on
That's
paper,
okay. On
that's okay.
paper, yeah, exactly. I've got what 19% female views, and some of those are like over 65. So I'm sorry, but you're
Bizarre.
probably going to be a man who's
Yeah.
about 12 who has a very very bad sense of humor.
Yes.
Um, uh, and
Fact.
something as well, regular uploads, being consistent with your upload times and being consistent with the amount of videos you post. So aim for one a day, or aim for one every 2 days, or aim for three a day if you can. I mean, I'm a bit irregular with that because I'm very much sort of, I post when I feel like posting, but I always post around the similar time. But I've just like done 3 videos in a few hours, and I don't know, that's just how I do it.
Yeah. Well, I completely having an upload schedule helps entirely. It's really good and it helps you commit to something. But like I think the problem I would run into sometimes, it was just like, oh fuck, I have to make an upload, and like every once in a while, like when I used to do really goofy vlogging stuff, it was like I really don't want to do this. This feels like work. This is stupid. And then with gaming stuff, it was like I would wait for it to render for a while and have to put it near a fan so my laptop wouldn't overheat. And then um I would do all these things that to ensure like my video would get uploaded successfully, and it no one would watch it, and I would try to do a bunch of things to try to get my videos out there, and it wasn't working. And so it was all really discouraging. And so I don't know, I think like while I understand like having a really, regular upload schedules is good, and if anything it's positive. Um but I just feel like when I joined YouTube, I thought that I could do it just my own way and do whatever I want. And because like I think I'm fairly creative. I write my own music. I write outside of music and other stuff. I just felt like I was like, I should do this my own way and I should be able to. And I never really liked the idea that I had to like, sort of just work within these like parameters that people have put on, because like that's how audiences operate. Like if someone has the attention span of like an insect, then I don't really want them to watch my video if
Mm.
that's the case, because that's not really who I want for my audience to be. And if they're like, oh, he hasn't uploaded in a week, unsubscribe, then go fuck yourself. Like
Yeah,
it's
people are doing that to me. I hit 70, I think 71 total subscriptions, and I've got 64 subs. So I've lost a couple, but that's because of inactivity. I've been going away or just haven't bothered to upload something. And it's not like these are professional channels. It's not like you're making a living off it. It's a hobby at the moment,
yeah,
and
exactly.
you want to enjoy it. You want to have sort of enthusiasm in your voice. You want to be able to make it sound like you're talking to someone. And if you're going to be awkward for the first couple of videos, just record it 3 or 4 times. Make sure you feel comfortable saying what you want to say. Script it or bullet point things if you must. Getting into game commentary isn't hard at all, nor is vlogging. But with vlogs, people can see your face, and
Yeah,
you may not want that. You may find yourself you're too young to do that on YouTube, or you may find that your parents don't want you to because you're too young, or the fact that it's easier to spot you in a crowd of people, say, if you don't want to get picked on at school.
yeah.
So
Those are good points. That's definitely good. That's a good point. Um, I think I wish everybody's I wish everybody's parents to an extent were like, you're too young to be on the internet, because like the like 12 and 13 year olds, that's when I was on the internet and like playing video games and stuff. But like the way I would behave sometimes on like StarCraft and stuff was just stupid. So I kind of wish that people regulated a bit more, because everybody goes through that phase where they're just a troll, but like it's fucking ridiculous.
I'm hitting that phase now, actually.
That's good. Um, yeah, and I think, God, there was another point that you brought up, and I really want to touch on it, and I forgot what it was.
Please don't touch my point.
Yeah, oh, talking about
Oh, snap.
penises. Fuck, Ref. Okay, what'd you just go over? You went over. Oh no, how
Um,
about no, like, no, because we're not professionals, and that's the thing. Like,
yeah.
I don't think, like, if anybody, I hate the lack of attention span that people have. They're like, you need to be operating at this level. It's like, first of all, homeboy, I don't make any money off of this. So I'm doing all this out of my own will. I'm having a good time doing it, but I don't need assholes like you coming here subscribing and like leaving 2 weeks afterwards because you didn't get a video. You just need to man up. And what is me in your like in your sub box? What am I doing? If I'm not uploading, then you don't see me anyway. So what's it matter? Like, what's the problem? I could,
Exactly.
if you didn't like me and you subscribed and I was uploading every day, then I could see how that's an issue. But if you're unsubscribing because I'm inactive, then you shouldn't have subscribed anyway. Then why did you subscribe? Because you apparently liked me until the point that you realized that I'm no upload every, Wednesday at noon or something. You know what I mean? Like, what is
Mm.
that? So I don't know. That was me being angry. I hate people with really, really short attention spans, and like that's the way the world's working now, which is disappointing. And people instead of like fighting that, they're catering to that, and I don't like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's and especially with videos. I mean, I think getting big on YouTube is very difficult. You have to find a niche, and I don't know. I think people try new things in hope to find that niche, and then people get shot down and hated on so much because of that, and people are just stupid as well. The way they we're just slating every audience that we have here at the
That's
moment.
that's okay.
And people are just stupid as well. I uploaded a video a while ago, and it's the highest viewed video I've got by a long, long way. I'm talking like multiple arms and legs. Uh, it's got like 4,600 views or something. It's a lot of views for my channel. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And it was the fourth video I ever put out. It's a horrible representation of what I do. I'm so much more comfortable now recording videos, and the content and the gameplay I put up is phenomenally better. But no one will see that. They'll see this video and think, you know what, it's really not that good. I'm not going to check out his channel. I've got 83 videos up now. I've got 79 more videos after that people won't watch because it's a poor representation. But because it has so many views, people see, oh look, this is the most viewed. It must be the best.
Yeah.
And I think when you're making a video, you have to try and make it your best. Or at least
Yeah.
you have to have the motivation to say, look, I'm going to make a good video today. And you have to go into it and you have to say, this is going to be a good video. Come up with positivity and a good mental attitude, and you should do well. You should have a good video. Whether it gets seen or not is luck of the draw, really.
Yeah.
So I think someone said it a while ago, you have to have a good repertoire of videos. You have to have a lot of videos on your channel that people will want to watch. Different topics, it's things like that. So you cater to different people. It might be the same type of video, but your content and the topic for it can be different.
Yeah. That's a good point. Those are good. I have nothing to say other than just agree. So.
Blindly nod and agree, nod and agree. Just
Yeah,
yes.
this is good. What the fuck
What's
did
what's
he
he
just say?
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I've
great.
completely
Good job.
forgotten myself.
Let me clap. Yeah, like
Slow clap at the end, just waiting for
Just-
the applause. Like that was really motivational. Wow.
Good job. He talked for 2 hours. Awesome. Um,
Woo.
yeah, actually, when you were talking about subscribers and a lot of views and stuff, I was checking my email, and I have 97 subscribers right now on the 1138 channel, and yeah, and I got two more. So no, I mean now it's 97, but I mean I think I got two or three just now, and so I looked, I was like, wow, like 100 subscribers, like that's a big deal. I mean, whether or not like probably 50 of those people aren't active, but like in a numbers game like how YouTube is, like it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I think that's kind of weird. I didn't realize I had that many. I never pay attention to this channel.
No, you have 97. I can see. Channel
Yeah.
views. You've got 2,230.
It's a lot.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. Doing okay.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't And the thing is too with commentaries, like if you're gonna make commentaries, there's gonna be times where you don't know what the fuck to talk about, and so you're gonna be like struggling a little bit, honestly, to try to think of some topics sometimes, and you'll want to make a video, but you're like, what am I supposed to talk about? So um, I don't know how people tackle that. I didn't know how I tackled it. Even like making regular videos now, like I'm gonna do, I still don't know how to handle not. It's like having writer's block, and writer's block sucks. So having a creative block of any kind just blows.
It does.
Um,
It really does. Oh
so yeah, I
well.
mean that's all. I just wanted to complain.
Yeah, coming up with a topic is really difficult. I think the best way to come up with topics is think about what bothered you today or what you thought about today that was really particularly profound or good. Um, I mean, I have a quote from a band which I will disclose after I've read the quote because it's quite funny where this came from. So, have no regrets and live for the day. And these are particular lyrics from an Ailstorm song. And this is pirate metal we're talking about. So,
Fucking
even pirate
pirate.
metal, out of context, things can be profound. You just have to find a good way of making something that could be a good topic. You have to find a way of making it a good topic. Even if it's about fucking printer ink, you can make a topic out of printer ink. You just have to think about how to do it.
Yep, that's very true. It's all about execution. So like, I could make a weird, goofy vlog tomorrow about like I don't even know, like meatloaf or like cooking or something, and it's just like depending on the way I do it, it could be really entertaining or it couldn't be. And same with commentaries. Like if you have a really like if C Nanners or Hutch or like Woody or someone started talking about printer ink, you'd be like, fuck yeah, fuck printer ink.
Yeah,
So
fucking printer ink. It's
yeah,
like I never liked birds, and then as soon as Woody started talking about how he hated birds, I was like, yeah, fuck birds.
yeah, it's just BS, fucking flying around. So if you have a likable personality on YouTube, people are gonna like anything you do and anything you talk about. At least, I mean, that's the case with like just fandom in general. Like,
Mm.
if you like something, like a band or an artist or anything, you're gonna like almost everything they put out. Even if you don't like it, you'll be like, I still like them. So, it just depends on like your level of commitment to people. Because like, if you invest your time into anything, um, a lot of the times, like if it's a person of some kind doing anything creative, you're gonna get that back. Because I mean, like it's a two-way thing. Like you invest a lot of time in someone's music or someone's YouTube videos, you're gonna get a lot back because you're gonna enjoy yourself. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
um, I don't know. That was just like to. I think that's like the difference right there between like real subscribers and subscribers that unsubscribe if you're not active for a week, like right there.
Yeah.
So, um, I don't know. What else? What is there anything else on that list?
No, there isn't. We're kind of running up to 30 minutes, so I should probably wrap it up. So,
Probably, yeah, yeah, come on, do your job. Do your
so
job.
now the last point's just fucking do it. Enjoy yourself. And that's the best piece of advice you can get for doing well. Don't give up. I think that's pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's pretty
So,
good.
thanks for watching. This has been Uncle Sam and the Limey, episode 7. We will see you again next week. Bye.
Yeah.